Good morning and happy Thursday, September 17th, 2020. This is Mrs. Getz, again, providing you with today's announcements. I just want to start today off and let you know that I really enjoyed getting the chance to get out and see several of you working in your classrooms yesterday, and you will likely see me coming around as often as I can because I enjoy seeing what you're doing in your classrooms and I love to see how you're learning and what you're working on. So I look forward to seeing you hopefully more today. For lunch, we get to have one of my favorites. It's a very cozy lunch. It's one of my favorite things, especially to eat in the winter time. And today is a nice, cool fall morning, so I think it's going to be delicious. It's a toasty cheese sandwich, and you can have that with Campbell's tomato soup. So when you're carrying that tray back to your classrooms, if you're not in kindergarten, please be very cautious to use both hands and watch where you're going. We do not want to spill red tomato soup all over the school if we can help it. In addition, we are going to enjoy broccoli salad with raisins and fresh carrots. That's one of my absolute favorite things. They help your eyes to see better, so those are good things for you to eat. Fresh red and green seedless grapes, chilled peaches, fresh whole fruit, and an ice cold milk. Your other option is a muffin and goldfish fun lunch, and that's a whole grain banana muffin today. So look forward to lunch. I really am excited about how you guys are doing for lunch overall. I've walked around to visit several of you at that time of the day too. One thing I want to remind you is when you're going through the lunch line, you need to remember to keep your masks on and keep your eyes forward and make sure that you are not turning around and talking to kids behind you because we are trying to be safe in the cafeteria as we walk through the lines. Several of you are doing an awesome job with that, so keep up the great work. Okay, today we're going to go ahead and skip the pledges because I have an idea to try with that in a little bit. So we're going to skip through that. And today, next, we're actually going to do true or false. So I'm going to pull that up next. This week, our teacher of the week is Mrs. Ma. Remember, she's a kindergarten teacher, and we talked with her this week on the announcements. And we are excited to learn a little bit more about Mrs. Ma. So we have 3 statements. She's not with me today on the news, but I still want to share my 3 statements with you that are from her. And you have to think which one is true, which one is not true. There's going to be one that's not true about Mrs. Ma. So guys, if you have had Mrs. Ma as a teacher, you might know, you might have a little bit of an advantage here. Number 1, my favorite drinks are Big Red and Pepsi. Number 2, my first job was an optician. Number 3, I have been stung by a jellyfish. Whew. I've heard that hurts. If that is true, that is a story waiting to be told. I'm not sure which one is false. So please go ahead and think about that. And as a class, if you'd like to email Mrs. Ma, you can do that. And if you're at home, you can guess which one you think is not true about Mrs. Ma and have your parents send a little email to Mrs. Ma at ama@lsc.k12.in.us. I believe that's correct. And let her know which one do you think is false. Okay. Today's Thursday. I think we have some exciting things happening in our building as always. And we hope that you are having a wonderful morning so far. Instead of me leading the heart pledge, I would like for you in your classroom to go ahead and stand and do the heart pledge together as a class. So go ahead and stand, please, to do the heart pledge. And you can go ahead and get started. Okay, I want you to think about the words that you say when you say the heart pledge. The beginning of it it says that we have a serving heart. So that means that we are thinking about how we can help others, not just ourselves, but how we can help others. I want you to think about that for a moment and think about something that you can do with a serving heart today. And I want you to think about if things are hard and you're frustrated, what it might mean to have a serving heart even in those tough moments. Okay, e-learners, this is for you. If you are at home doing your e-learning, I want you to also think about having a serving heart. What can you do at home with a serving heart? Okay, teachers, I'm going to go ahead and sign off in a minute, but I would like for you with your students to say the Pledge of Allegiance together and also to take a moment of silence. And I don't have tickets, unfortunately, to call today, so hopefully I have them tomorrow. We would really like to stay on track with getting kids down to the office to get their prizes. We have lots of fun stuff for you. One other quick announcement that I'm going to go ahead and make at this time is toys. Mrs. Hatke and I have talked to most of the Glen Acres kids in the past. I don't know that if we've remembered to say anything yet this year. So I'm going to go ahead and take this time to remind everyone that toys are not something that should be coming to school. Toys are really fun to have at home, and they need to stay at home. Those include Pokemon cards. We've had a lot of kids bringing Pokemon cards to school and wanting to trade those or look at those with friends. That is not something that we can do. We cannot have those at school. If they come to school, they will be taken away by the teacher, and your parent will have to pick them up. So we need to make sure that you keep these things at home. That way we can stay safe and keep learning. Okay? So in your class, you can go ahead and continue with your morning by doing the Pledge of Allegiance and your moment of silence. And I will go ahead and tell you, I hope you have a wonderful day and work hard. Learn something new and make someone else's day better.